Hello, friends. So the censorship does continue. I continue to have videos taken down by YouTube, and it's just so bizarre to me. But this was the latest one here. It was the Seeker podcast that I did. This is the first time I ever talked to Dennis Nappy. Back in 2018, he reached out to me when I put out I gotta hide the word, what I call the cue ball sessions. Dennis Nappy reached out to me and asked me, I didn't know who he was. Would I be willing to come on his podcast and talk about it? And I normally said no to those things, but I had a good feeling about that dude. So I said yes. And we had a great long talk. And I put it up on my YouTube back in 2018. And YouTube just banned it. So you can't see it. So I uploaded it to my Rumble. And if anybody wants to listen to it, looks like some people already do. You can go there. It's a great one of my favorite interviews, my favorite talks regarding this issue and just in general. Because Dennis is a great interviewer. He's very very curious, very interested, and he lets you talk, which is very cool. Now there's some really interesting stuff in here that are based on these sessions here that I'm still continuing to see coming to fruition now. And like I mentioned, and like I talked about in our interview back in 2018, that this technology coming through, and again, I need to be very clear when I'm talking about this letter here. The project that was set up for me by Dustin Newcomb was to look at what's behind this situation and what is the purpose for it. Of course, I was completely blind to the target, to the tasking, and all of that. And then I went into these, 7 or 8 in-depth sessions about future technologies. And that's my opinion, is that this is a fraction of the future technologies. And maybe this was a tracking mechanism or an algorithm, a machine learning algorithm that was recording all of the responses to these things. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own. But one of the interesting things that came up in there was this guy here, the guy from the Singularity Net, who has just merged his company with 2 other blockchain AI crypto companies into the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, which is very interesting to me because those are the people that I feel very, very strongly were the people that I was experiencing and describing in these sessions. But this also here, that this system will be able to scan all things and solve all of its properties, continually learning. And this was very interesting. And I talked about this in my interview with Dennis way back in 2018. How the sense of this was that there would be this system that could scan everything and resolve it and solve it down to its base properties, including people. When I look at this now, I think of the tokenization of the blockchain, where I've heard these company heads saying they want to tokenize everything. When I heard them say that, it reminded me of this. But then I came across this. This was sent to me. Something very, very interesting here. A company called Cognify. Revolutionary prison concepts using AI and brain implants to fast-track criminal rehabilitation. So basically, this is a way to connect a person's brain to put a device on this person. And the artificial intelligence and the machine learning and whatever else they have in here, so they say, will go in and implant fake memories and basically resolve their issue for them. Implant fake memories of empathy for the victims and all that kinds of stuff. So they say. And when I read that, it really reminded me of this. It's like a new AI, it's like an AI system that will be able to scan all things and solve all of its properties. Continually learning. This could be a new religion, a perfect system of answers and resolution. People will go for this. AI is the answer and has the answer. AI system to govern all people under, resolve all issues via AI. A system to govern all people under, resolve all issues via AI. That's what they're saying here. This came out less than a month ago. Less than a month ago. And that's exactly what I was picking up in this session 6 years ago, back in 2018. Isn't that interesting? I find that very interesting because this is this. So then I have to wonder now, if people go through this process and it works for them, what do you think they would do? Maybe it would be a new religion for them? A perfect system of answers and resolution? That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. So we'll have to see what happens here. I find it quite fascinating how they would see that as a use case and how that might possibly even work. But we'll have to wait and find out. So for anybody who's interested, or if somebody was looking for this interview that I did back in 2018 with Dennis Nappy, talking about these sessions, it's no longer on YouTube thanks to YouTube banning it. It is available on my Rumble, which is down in the link below where you can find it. That's it. A little update. The best is yet to come.